Buy a capsule and see what's inside. It's a lonely child, hey, what a surprise. Put him in a box or buy him some friends. With so many children, the fun never ends. Grab the child, many child to collect. Grab the child, many child to collect. It's an awesome game by yours truly. I don't get Unreal Child cruelty.
All I wanted to say is that this clip did not age very well. Okay, so some shocking information came out yesterday from RTC on Twitter, and I saw this and I was like, oh no, here we go again. So basically RTC put out this tweet that says, mahbucket has been exposed as a predator towards children. His games that he's worked on are Grab the Child and worked on Cleaning Simulator. His maps have also been removed from numerous games, including that of Arsenal. He is now banned. And as we go on from this tweet, it just gets worse and worse. I just want to give a warning that this video might be disturbing to certain users. But otherwise, let's get into the video. Alright, hello guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all doing well. This video was supposed to go up yesterday, but I actually fell asleep making it, so here we are today. And in today's video, I just wanted to talk about something that basically came out around maybe 2 or 3 days ago. And that is that mahbucket had been exposed for some really shocking and disgusting things. But before we get into this, I just wanted to give you guys some insight of who mahbucket really is and why mahbucket has some significance in the community. Now, if you guys didn't know, mahbucket was a developer in the Roblox community in which he worked on games like Cleaning Simulator, Grab a Child, and a few of the maps for Arsenal, Roblox Arsenal, my favorite game. But yeah, let's go all the way back to 2015 where this whole story begins, in which Andrew, aka mahbucket, made this statement, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, so I'll just sum it up. So in 2015, Andrew developed a weird and awful obsession for creating alternate accounts on Roblox, in which he basically decided to upload shocking and inappropriate images to Roblox, which, as you guys know, Roblox is like a kids website to a certain extent, like a family-friendly website and platform, a place where they don't really want this type of content on there because there's so many kids on there playing their games. And the reason why he was doing this, he claims, is that his weird and awful obsession was to basically post this weird content and then get banned from the platform. And for whatever reason, he kept doing this and he was obsessing over it. And basically, to end this statement, he states that he was very ashamed by his behavior and he wanted people to forgive him for that, in which I thought that was really weird, because who's over here obsessing over making new Roblox accounts just to post shocking or inappropriate images on the website, on frankly a kid's website where there's a whole bunch of little kids on there? Like, that's just really odd. But besides that, I wanted to just talk about the Twitter pages that have been made by this guy, in which these Twitter pages were like the most disgusting thing you could ever witness in your whole entire life. Like, the guy had a Twitter page called Cheesecake, or Lunar Cheesecake. You can just see his bio right here, especially the last part of his bio, the part with the minors. But yeah, basically what he was doing on this Twitter page is he was drawing what some people would call furry pornography, some really weird hobbies that this guy has. And this guy also has a second Twitter page, an alt Twitter page that is private, called Zorny Cheese, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people follow this account. But yeah, I could only guess what's going on over on this account. Oh wait, I know what's going on this account, or what was happening on this account, and it's some really weird stuff. So there's this screenshot where it's a tweet where he basically admits to being a zoophile, and if you guys don't know what that is, I don't feel like I should be telling you in this video, but it has something to do with being, let's just say, specially attracted to an animal. And most sane human beings would not have this type of attraction towards animals, because one, it's wrong, and two, it's just like really weird. And also other things that have been found on his account, which basically are, one, that he is a map, which is basically a minor attracted person, which of course that is against the law, and it is very disgusting. And just another thing to note is some really weird things happen on this profile regardless, including this tweet right here, where he basically says, I should start lurking around the playground to find some cute little kids to take with me, and redacted he and whatever that character is. I never really understood understood those types of things. But yeah, this is a really weird tweet to be making. This is some stuff that would get you put on an FBI watch list. Or I mean, just let alone you having the FBI come to your house and raid your house. Because normal human beings, or what we like to call sane human beings, are not out here making even jokes of this stuff. But yeah, to follow up this tweet, we have somebody who goes by the name of Sniffy who says, couldn't agree more. And then Zorny Cheese basically puts, OMG, this sounds so fun. And this is just some really weird stuff. Now, another thing that is concerning about this Andrew guy is that on his Discord, he has said some very questionable things and done some very questionable things that are highly against the law, like felonies, things that you could be in prison for a long time. And let me just start this off with Cheesecake, aka Andrew, asking how old this person is in Discord DMs, which this person is basically an undercover account that a few people decided to, I don't know if you would call it a sting operation or not, but a few people decided to get Cheesecake to actually hit them up, in which he hit them up first, and then he asked this question, and they say, I am 14, which is obviously a minor. And I mean, to be honest, if you're an adult and you see that somebody says I am 14, that is obviously a red flag and you should just block them. Like, I know if this happened to me, like I was hitting somebody up and I asked their age and they said I am 14, I would obviously be like, good to know. I just wanted to let you know that I hope you understand that I am an adult and I don't feel comfortable talking to a minor, and I don't feel that I should be talking to a minor, especially out of all places being the internet or Discord. And if I was one of these types of people who basically fantasizes about really weird things like this that have to do with like sexual things, I would obviously not bring it up in front of a minor or someone who hasn't fully shown me proof for their age, you know, which I rarely have sexual conversations to begin with. But you're obviously not going to be catching me on Discord asking how old someone is and then basically continuing after I see I am 14 to message them and be like saying all this weird stuff, sending illicit photos to them of myself. Like, that's just some shit that you do not do, because one, it's a crime, and two, it's taking advantage of a minor, and three, it's really weird, and you're at that point just a creep. Like, find somebody your own age who would be willing to have a conversation like this where you exchange these types of photos, not a minor. That is just really weird. So after they basically reply with I am 14, they basically say, oh nice, sorry for not telling you my age before I followed you. By the way, I know people make a big deal over minors following NSFW accounts. And once again, if I was an adult and I saw this and somebody was sending me this just out of the blue, out of nowhere, with no context, I would instantly block them or tell them, hey, I don't feel comfortable talking to you or whatever, because I don't want to talk to minors. Especially that I'm guessing Andrew is way older than my age, which is 18. So that age gap of 14 to whatever his age is, it's probably past 20, is really big, and it's not normal. So it's just obvious that, I don't know, make some adult friends. Then basically what Cheesecake, aka Andrew, responds with is, it's fine, dude. I mean, I don't actually mind. Like, why would you say this? That is weird. You're talking to a 14-year-old about minors following NSFW accounts. Now, like I said, maybe you should just block this person, but no, you didn't, and you just kept going. These guys basically replied with, really, that's surprising. And then Andrew basically replies with, people make a big deal out of it, but we're all just horny weirdos on the internet. Well, okay, maybe to a certain extent, maybe we all are, but just because we are does not mean that adults and minors should be put together and connect like this and talk in this sort of way and exchange illicit photos of each other. Like, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's against the law, and that's just weird. And I just want to say, if you're a minor, you shouldn't be sending those types of things to people. Not saying that it really applies in this situation, but even you sending those pictures to somebody else and them having access to those, and you even taking pictures like those and sending them to people, can land you right into either jail or federal prison. These are just the types of things that you do not joke about, and just the things that you do not do. Like, please follow the law. And I don't know, if you're a minor, please find something better to do in your time so you can basically steer clear of these weirdos on the internet. But at the same time, rightfully so, people like Andrew should not be doing this type of stuff. Like, this is very inappropriate. Andrew goes on to say, that being said, I also kind of find younger dudes super cute. Very questionable thing to say. They reply back with, in a pedo way or what? Because out of context, that that's kind of odd, rightfully so, in more of a friendly way. Sorry, I don't know how to say it in a way that isn't odd. Well, maybe that is because that is very odd. Like, how can you mean this in more of a friendly way? Like, there's no such thing. Being an adult and saying this to a minor is not normal. That's why it's odd. You even know it. Eventually, they start up a new conversation around 8 days later, in which they start with, "Not gonna lie, I actually was starting to develop a small crush on you." Andrew replies with, "I mean, goodness, same. Even without the lewds, you're such a nice person. Yeah, you were nice to me, and you always seemed like you wanted to talk to me, and not because you were trying to be nice." I mean, honestly, at this point, there's no going back. There isn't. And this is actually pretty sad, because if somebody who says they're 14 says they have a crush on you, a small crush on you, in DMs, you should immediately block them, or just ignore the message as a whole. You shouldn't reply back with saying that, "Oh yeah, same. I had a small crush on you too." You don't do that. And then yeah, this basically just gets like 10 times worse when Andrew basically says, "There we go, I came while thinking about my boyfriend." Now, I just want to say something. This is actually pretty sad. And also at the same time, like, guy could not find another adult to try and set up a relationship with. No, you just went to kids instead. Like, what type of person do you have to be to do this? To be this low-lived of a person? And then from then on, Andrew basically sent some illicit photos of him to a minor, a 14-year-old, or at least let's just say a fake one, which is actually a felony. Now, here's the last part of the video, and I know I didn't make anything fancy with this video, like chapters or nothing, but yeah, more weird things had started to happen in the DMs, where basically Andrew admits to some really weird things, and it makes it even worse when you're talking to a 14-year-old, or at least a presumed 14-year-old in Discord DMs about this type of stuff. And not even to mention, the type of things that Andrew admits to that you're about to see, like the DMs, is also highly illegal. As you can see in this one DM where it basically says, "LOL, when I was younger, I came on my sister in her sleep a few times. It's fun and it's harmless, so there's no reason not to enjoy it." Now, you're probably wondering why I said that so quietly, that one part, and that's because I didn't want everybody to hear that, because I'm technically yelling into my mic. But yeah, that is a crime. And two, to your own sister? And there's also another DM down here that basically says, "I groped her once." And as you guys can tell by what it says, it was while she was sleeping. Very cool. Not weird at all. Not a crime. Something that we can just all brush off like it's nothing. And we should let this guy off the hook. That's probably what he's thinking, but no, he's not getting let off the hook, because it turns out that a lot of people, including some of his friends, have basically reported all of this to the authorities. And even his mom, reported by RTC on Twitter, even his mom was sent the information with his pedophilic acts, and that the authorities are presumably working on the case as of the moment. So I mean, at least he's going to, as far as I know, with all the evidence, most likely going to get some sort of punishment from the law enforcement, which is a good thing, because this guy obviously does not deserve to have a platform, or to be honest, be on the streets with everyone else, especially that there are also kids on the street, because this guy is obviously a danger to all children out there. And the things that he has done, and the things that he has sent, the things that he has said, should be things that he should be held accountable for. This guy needs to be sent away to prison for a long time, and hopefully he doesn't come back for a very long time. But yeah, I hope you guys aren't too disturbed by some of the things I talked about in this video. I just wanted to make this video even though I'm late to talk about the situation, since a lot of bigger creators have been talking about it and I haven't had a chance to make my video on it yet. If you made it all the way here to the end of the video, I really appreciate you. And also, I think you should really hit that like button if you liked the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you have any opinions of your own, make sure you leave them down in the comment section down below so I can look at them. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully something is done about this predator. And my name is Breone, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.